EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway in Southern California. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Daniels. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 47 now, that work with a 2nd and 7. And they'll go right back to Wright. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That's complete, right around the 8. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Daniels. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Sam Laporta with an amazing diving catch. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lockett the man in motion. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They go play action now. Jackson, a little short pass. This is Everett. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 3. Throwing now is Daniels. Wright's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Open man down the field. That's a Dunze. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. To throw is Daniels. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. He's going to try and take off with it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jaden Daniels making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And they are able to add on to their advantage. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes a reverse. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now they pitch to Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Jackson, option right. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, He committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Jackson. Connects with Kittle underneath. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Jackson now. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boswell's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go play action. Daniels. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Complete at the 1. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And it is caught downfield by Harrison. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
In motion, the tight end. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Daniels looking to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Rome Odunze with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Taking it right down Broadway. Through the middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Daniels. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And how about this? Here comes the reverse. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Pass on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. action. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Daniels. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To the air goes Daniels. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hand.
Touchdown! Jalen Wright with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Rolling to his left. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. That's to the tight end, Wiley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a give, running left is right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Wright making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now it's Jackson. That's to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Pass complete there to Harrison. He'll get it inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now they'll go with a reverse. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
To throw is Jackson. Connects blitz with Kittle underneath. And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to goal.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Wright. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's complete to Laporta. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll give this to Wright, running right. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. At this stage of the game, with a score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Wright. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 91 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They'll run on 1st down with Wright. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
A give up the middle to Wright. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division